Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Football Frenzy. District play is here as things really start to get tough and playoff spots start to come into focus. We begin with our game of the week, and it's a good one. Silver Lake and record-setting coach C.J. Hamilton paying a visit to Rossville. One of the staples of any football season, the War on 24. Rossville unbeaten at 6-0 and Silver Lake 5-1 on the season. Bulldogs head coach Steve Bueller with just one win against C.J. Hamilton over his 13-year career. First quarter, Rossville punting. Justin Malloy of Silver Lake juggles the catch. Thatcher Horick recovers for the Dogs. However, it's coming back. A personal foul is called on the play. Rossville would get the ball later in the quarter. Sam Reeser finds Scott Shin for a first down. The drive, however, would stall as the Eagles defense steps up right here. Zach Boyd sacks Reeser. The game remains scoreless after the first quarter. Silver Lake's turn on third down and long. Dalen Kruger hooks up with Chase Ray. That moves the change for the Eagles. Kruger then will call his own number. He takes a carry around the outside for a 24-yard gain. Kruger showing off the wheels. A couple plays later, Peter Fanninsteel crosses the goal line, 7-0 Eagles. Silver Lake holds the lead the entire game. Rossville missed a 2-point conversion in the fourth quarter as the Eagles muster a win. 20-18 is the final. Up Highway 75 to Hoyt. Hayden comes to visit, sporting a 5-game winning streak. Panthers have won 2 of their last 3. Grant Arnold on play action. He finds Alex Schmidtberger inside the 5-yard line. Next play, the Wildcats of Hayden punching it in. Jacob Tetuan makes it 33-8 Hayden. Royal Valley actually scored first in this one, but the Panthers could not contain the Hayden rushing attack. Here's Tetuan again. It's a 26-yard touchdown scamper. Brogan Berry will steal the game with an interception for Hayden as Caleb Barger tosses it into deep coverage. Hayden puts up 40 unanswered points. Wildcats take it 40-8 and will meet Holton next week at home. And speaking of those Holton Wildcats, they stay undefeated as Holton takes care of Wamego 74-12. That's not a typo, folks. The Cats now stand at 7-0. Our game of the week will be at Hayden next Friday. So that takes care of some of our games here in the area. Let's head out west. Here's Canada's first news sports reporter, Brian Burkett. Brian, what you got for us, man?
Well, Alex, I've got a pair of Centennial League games, but let's just go ahead and head out to Junction City first, as the Blue Jays, standing at 5-1 on the year, host the Junior Blues of Washburn Rule. After last week's loss to Emporia, JC wants to get back on track hosting the Blues. First quarter, Skylar Curtis takes the fake, but there's nothing doing on this drive. Blues are forced to punt, but Curtis would get it going on the ground. Here he goes, 39 yards for the score. Washburn Rule takes the early lead, 7-zip. Then later, the Jays trying to answer on fourth down. Albert Nansen gets the call, but he is stuffed. Turnover on downs, but you know what? JC would get the ball back, and they would make Rule pay. Jovan gets the call on the trap play, and he goes 59 yards for the score, tying things up at 7. However, Rule counters through the air. Curtis to John Schmank, taking it down within the red zone for the Junior Blues. And you know what, folks? Curtis, he'll keep it himself. Rule gets a big win here. 35-14 on the road is your final. Over to Manhattan, the undefeated Indians trailing 30-13. Can you believe it? But on the opening kickoff of the half, Logan Mahan gets the call, and he goes all the way, 75 yards on the return. It's the lead is now down to 10. And then the Trojans, well, they've just got nothing doing on offense. Raymond Solis forced out of bounds. It forces a punt. And then Ty Suggs, look at him. He's driving the pile just almost all by himself, folks. Nice job of churning those legs. And then later, he goes down the far sideline. He takes it down deep into Trojans territory, and that's when his partner in crime, Deontay Burton, on the end around, picks up a couple of blocks, and he is gone. The Indians come all the way back, 44-36. So, Alex, another good pair of games on I-70. What a comeback from Manhattan. And Washburn Rule getting a big win on the road. But for right now, Bud, I'll send it right back over to you.
Hey, thanks, Brian. Let's keep it going in the Centennial League with a 5A matchup, Shawnee Heights and Highland Park. Scott sporting a 3-game losing streak while both teams are searching for win number 2. Jamon Fulton launches one deep to Jerron Ogles. He was down at the 10-yard line. A nice play by Ogles. But the next play, the Scots can't hold on the ball. A little fumble by Fulton as Shawnee Heights recovers. And the T-Birds will take some advantage of it. Quarterback Cole Foster makes a huge play by pushing his way into the touchdown. Nice little dive head first in there. 7-0 T-Birds. Highland Park's turn. Not a good one. Fulton's pass is picked by Austin Doty. T-Birds take over, and it's Foster put into the hands of Devon Berry, who runs it in for the touchdown. That made it 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Heights rolls the Scots. 49-0 is the final score. Over at Humber Sports Park, Seaman visiting the winless Chargers of Topeka West. Picking this one up in the second half, Butch Ray fakes out everyone, including our cameraman. Ray ends up running all the way down the far sideline for the touchdown. Vikings on top, and they would not let go of the lead all night at Humber Sports Park. Topeka West ball now. Jonathan Mariani misses the handoff, and it's fumbled by the Chargers. Guess who's getting the ball? Seaman Tyler Bushnell. He's staying alert, picks it up, and runs all the way back for a Vikings touchdown. That's the kind of night it was for Topeka West. Mariani throws an interception later. Adam Dillon will take care of the rest for Seaman, as it's a pick six for the Vikings. He goes all the way back for a touchdown. Seaman picks up the district win, 62-7 over the Chargers. And down in Emporia, the Spartans hang on to knock off Newton 40-36. Emporia now moves to 4-3 on the year and travels to McPherson next week. Down to Allen, Kansas that is, not Texas, as Burlington visits winless Northern Heights. Heights' ball right now, Luke Larson back to pass. But guess who's there? Connor Freeman of Burlington. He's picked off at the 40-yard line. Nice play by the Burlington Wildcats. Ensuing play, Ryan Redding pitches it to Freeman, who in turn throws the ball down to C.J. Foster. He takes it to the house. A 60-yard touchdown for Burlington makes it 6-0 Wildcats. Next possession for the Wildcats. Both teams are in this one named the Wildcats, but Burlington's right here as Redding calls his own number, QB sneak from 3 yards out, 13-0 Burlington. And into the battle of the Wildcats, it comes out in Burlington's favor. They win it 54-14. Let's go to the road. St. Mary's visiting the Vikings of Mission Valley for homecoming. Viking King and Queen, Jacob Rutledge and Kylie Blythe. Congrats to them. Start this contest in the second half. Bears leading the Vikes 34-7. It's Casey Clark handing off to Sowan Turrentine. Takes it 35 yards up the field. And Turrentine gets the call again. This time he walks in the end zone untouched. Bears lead it 41-7. Viking ball now. Colton Marcotte hands it off to Matt Tennyson. Goes 3 yards before he's pulled down by the Bears defense. St. Mary's is too strong on the road. Bears beat the Vikings 48-14. And so that does it from all of our action around the area. Now it's time to get for the GTM Sportswear Play of the Game. For that, let's go back to Junction City. It's Jovan Tolles for the Blue Jays taking the handoff, and he goes 59 yards all the way to the end zone. It comes in a losing effort as the Junior Blues of Washburn Rural knock off Junction City tonight. But it's still a great run by Mr. Tolles. That's your GTM Sportswear Play of the Game. That's going to do it for part one of the Football Frenzy. We're not done quite yet. Coming up, it's our college football previews, so stick around.
Hey, I'm Rod Stahlbaumer from Linden High School.
This is Coach Brian from Topeka West.
This is Coach Johnson of Jefferson West.
I'm Coach Duncan from Santa Fe Trail, and you are watching the Football Frenzy.